As I stood here thinking about what to say, what came to my mind is that the magic of Graceway is love. If I could describe in one way, in one word, the way Graceway has made me feel, it would be loved. I have felt more seen and more loved in these walls than I think I've ever felt in any church setting that I have been to. I was raised in church. I went to church maybe probably 5, 6 days a week. My grandmother's name was on a plaque on the outside of the building. So we were in church, but I never felt like I truly had a relationship with God. I felt like I ceremonially went to church. I remember the first time I came to this church, I was brought to this church by my friend AJ. He called me one day and said, "You need to come to my church and you need to come sing at my church." And my first words with him was, "I'm not singing in no church, AJ." He said, "No, you would really like it. You need to come." And so the first time I sat down with Pastor Brandon, I remember the very first thing I said to him was, "I don't do church." He said, "Okay." He didn't spend time trying to convince me why I shouldn't do church. He didn't spend time trying to dispel any of the hurt or things that I felt inside of me. He just asked me, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well, I've just got a lot of trauma. I've been through a lot of abuse. And I also have some church trauma. And some of my abuse happened within the church. So I don't trust the church. I don't trust the people of church. And I don't feel like God sees me. Because if he saw me, he wouldn't let me go through the things that I went through." He said, "Well, just come to Infuse. Just come to our Infuse night. It's not formal church. We're just worshiping." And I started to come and I saw the ways that they worshiped and I saw the energy and just how open people were to in that space to me. And I said, "Well, maybe I'll come to an actual church service." So then I wanted to come more and more. And I joined the worship team and I started worshiping. Um, and I started to get to know members of the church. I started to get to know the ladies of the church. And they were like, "Oh, we want you to reach out to us. If you're ever going through anything, let us know." And in the back of my mind, I'm like, these ladies don't care. They don't know me. They don't truly care. But then God put me in a position to know and to find out that they cared. I went on a work trip. On this work trip, I got in a hot tub. Don't get in random hot tubs, ladies. It's not good for you. But I got in a hot tub, and in that hot tub, I picked up a parasite. And I came back home and I was sick for weeks and weeks, and doctors couldn't figure it out, and they didn't know what was going on. And it took testing and testing and testing. And finally, they figured out that I had a parasite called cryptosporidium in my gut. And doctor said, "Well, we can cure it. We'll give you 3 pills. You go to pick up these pills, you take these 3 pills, it's going to cure it." So I drop off my prescription. And after I drop off my prescription, they tell me it's going to be $851. And I said, "Well, I'm about to die because I can't afford $851 for 3 pills." And so I reached out to Tracy of the church and I said, "Tracy, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't afford this. I can't pay for this. I don't know how I'm going to get better." Before the night was over, I had ladies at my door. They bought me kombucha and all kind of herbal pills and vitamins and take this. I mean, like hop on your leg 3 times and pat your stomach. They gave me every remedy possible. But by the end of all that, I did not have that flesh-eating bacteria and parasite in my stomach. And to me, that touched me because these women didn't know me. I'd only been here maybe a month. They didn't have to care about me. They could have responded and said, "Oh, sis, I'm going to pray for you," and went on about their way. But their love went beyond prayer. It went to action. They showed me that they cared for me. I immediately started telling my friends and my family, like, "Man, you guys got to come to this church. I'm going to this church. It's called Graceway. I can't believe it. It's 5 minutes away from my house. I love this church." And no one believed me. Everyone was like, "You're not really going to church, Flo." And I'm like, "I really am going to church," because I wasn't the church person. I didn't want to hear about church. I didn't want to talk about church stuff. It wasn't in my foresight. But I came to Graceway, and Graceway changed that for me because they loved me. I started telling my sister, you should come to church. My sister said, I'm not coming to your church, girl. I live 45 minutes away. I'm not coming. I said, just come, please come, please come. And I kept asking, I kept asking, I kept asking. And one day she came. And then she came another day. And then she came another day. And then she came another day. And then one day she said to me, hey, I'm thinking about, I may want to get baptized. I said, man, I've been thinking about it too. I just been too scared to do it. Because see, we had been grown up in church every day our whole life, but we had never given our lives to Christ ourselves. We got christened. Somebody else gave us to Christ. We never said we gave ourselves to Christ. So Mother's Day of 2023, me and my sister inside of Graceway together got baptized. We both gave our lives to Christ. And in that, my mom started saying, well, you know, maybe I should come to your church. Yeah, Mom, you should come, you should come. But she never came. All of a sudden, my mom walked through those doors. She came. And last Sunday, I got to watch my mom give her life to Christ and get baptized. Our family was a broken family. Our family suffered so much trauma. My relationship with my mom when I first stepped foot in Graceway was almost non-existent because of our traumas. Her trauma and my trauma. Both hurt, both damaged, both feeling like God don't see me. But Graceway showed us that he saw us. And the amazing way that he showed us that he saw us was that Graceway saw us. Graceway loved us. Graceway loved us with a godly love. And it allowed us the space to feel vulnerable and to not have to be strong, to have the ability to be vulnerable women. So often as women, we carry the weight of everything. We cry in the shower. We sit in our car and cry before we make it home from work. We feel like our only titles are mom, wife, and woman. But through Graceway and through the love of Graceway, it allowed me to realize that I am not only those three titles, but I am the daughter of God. And because I am the daughter of God, that my possibilities are endless. And who I am is endless. I do not have to fit into anyone's bubble. I do not have to fit into anyone's requirement of me other than me. What do I require of me? What does God require of me? And so now I am so grateful that I have the ability to show the world God's love through me. That now when people see me, they know that I am a child of God. When people see me, they feel my love. They feel that this person that God had always intended me to be, but I just didn't know that he intended it to be. So I thank Graceway for its magic of making me feel loved.